Y'all already know what it is, man. It's live at the barber shop. We back again. Brought y'all another great guest. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all doing the damn thing, washing your hands, washing your ass. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is it, man. This is live at the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? We got Miss Adina Howard in the building. I hope y'all ready for this great interview. So we gonna do it and do it right. Let's do it tonight. Hi, Miss
Yeah.
Adina Howard.
What up, baby?
You all ready, baby? How you
Yeah.
feeling?
Blessed and marinated in divine favor, so I'm better than good.
Mm-hmm. Looking good.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Oh yeah. So
Oh yeah.
let's start it off with being a chef. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a good friend. Her name is Chef Nilka. She's a celebrity chef. And then my sister, she's also a chef. She worked for the Nets. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Liz, what up? She watching. I want to be like, I know you said you love making the grits and shrimp. Well, shrimp and grits. I've been to
Right.
New Orleans. How does yours stand up to that?
I don't know. I don't taste anybody else's because I already know I'm not going to be pleased. That's why I started making a lot of the stuff that I cook is
Mm-hmm.
because I would go out and I didn't like it.
Okay.
Um, so I don't really taste other people's food like that. Shrimp and grits, I already know that I'm not gonna like it more often than not because they'll put sausage and green peppers and just
Yeah.
they do it differently, and I don't do that.
I,
So,
I went down there. I had I almost had a alligator sausage.
ooh,
So I'm like, that sounds good. And then I asked the guy, I said, wow, alligator sausage. I said, how do you make that? He said, well, we put pork. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm sorry. I don't want one.
you put the pig in it.
Yeah, I was like,
No, thank you.
no, thank you. No, thank you. But I
Yeah,
love New Orleans.
I would like to try it. I'm not opposed to pork,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to figure out now why do they use pork as a filler?
I know.
Unless there's just not enough, enough of the meat to go along. They're probably just trying to, make it go further. But
Yeah.
you don't need to. If you're gonna do an alligator sausage, give me 100% so I can taste the flavor of that. Since it's something I've never tried before,
Hmm.
don't go adding some extra stuff to it. Like, no, what is it? Just unadulterated.
Hmm.
So we're gonna have to find that now. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to find gator sausage with no fillers.
we might have to make that the Adina Howard special.
How about it? You
Hmm.
and I hitting the streets trying to find it.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Do you watch G Garvin?
I have, but I have not lately.
Okay.
Let me just tell you, let me give you an update on me. I don't
Okay.
do a whole lot of TV.
Okay.
I don't follow a whole lot of people. I don't usually when I'm in my home,
Hmm.
um, I don't do a whole lot of YouTube, a whole lot of television, a whole lot of social media. My home is a place for me to unwind. And I think
Hmm.
a lot of social media has a tendency to wind you up
Yeah.
versus helping you relax because it's just too much on there. But
Hmm.
then, I come from a different era. You and I are both around the same age.
Oh yeah.
And so, being that we're in our 40s, our mid 40s, there's certain things I think that mid 40s people just really don't do. And social media has a tendency to be one of those things, at
Hmm.
least for me. I don't get into it a whole lot. I like zen, peace, and quiet. Like, I
Hmm.
have no children, I have no husband. I'm just, my
Home.
home is a place I want to run to versus get away from.
Hmm. That relaxation.
Yeah, so all of that extra stuff that's on TV and internet, I don't really do much of it.
Hmm. Well, do you have a studio in the house?
I do not have a studio in my home.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not really engaged in music like that.
Okay.
I have moments where I'm like, damn, I wish I had a studio to record. But more often than not, I just chill around the house. I'm not one to, who from the moment they wake up to the time they go to bed, they sing. You
Okay.
know, Singing is my job.
Hmm.
I've been blessed with a successful career in singing, but it's become a job because I've been
Hmm.
doing it for over 25 years.
Do you
You
love it?
know, so
Do you love your job?
I'm thinking.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me ask you again. Do you love your job?
I, right, that part. I appreciate my job. I'm
Uh-huh.
grateful for my job.
Uh-huh.
Um, I love the perks that come along with the job.
Okay.
Um, but I wouldn't necessarily say I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for my gift, but what I recognize is that I'm a vessel.
Okay.
And sometimes when you're a vessel, you don't necessarily have to love what you do. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to, do what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
And the rewards that come along with it, I think
Mm-hmm.
you'll appreciate those more and love those. But I'm grateful for my job. Like I said, I've been doing it for over 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm ready to get out of the cubicle and and advance to the office, the corner office with a view.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we need that. We need that. Do you have any artists that you looking at?
No, I'm not into any of that. Um, my focus is on me
Mm-hmm.
and doing what I need to do to continue to be healthy, happy, sane, and prosperous and productive. However, I will help guide other artists. I'm all for, you know, giving them the knowledge and wisdom that I've acquired to help them along the way, to help them avoid the pitfalls that I have happened to fall into. But just really investing wholeheartedly into the music industry,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's not something that I wish to continue to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, would
And
it be
people are
like
like,
a
"What?
young
Oh my
person?
God!"
Would it be a young person or an older person?
For if I did,
Yeah, if you did.
I think that it doesn't matter if you are better than good at what you do. You
Mm-hmm.
have a niche market, and you can capitalize off of it. It doesn't matter whether you're young or old. You just, if the Lord has given you that lane to
Mm-hmm.
be in, you're going to be in it and you're going to be successful at it. So for me, I could care less because I know a lot of young people. Well, I'm gonna put it this way: the industry has a tendency to dip into the pool of young people
Yeah.
because young people have disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
Young people um, are very influential, and you can just grab their attention, and they soak up things like a sponge, and that's what the industry goes for. There
Mm-hmm.
is a market, I think, that is ignored more often than not, and that's the 40 something year young people of,
Mm-hmm.
us.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
30 to 40 something, we're ignored because you know our attention is paying bills and going to work and taking care of families, and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. And so it's very difficult, I think, for the industry to focus on young people, on the seasoned folk, than it is the young folk. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, like I said, with all that being said, as I chased the rabbit down the hole, um, it wouldn't matter to me. If you
Mm-hmm.
got it, you got it.
I like that. Well, let's jump right into it. I know you did the Do You Want to Ride 90,
Righteous.
95, The
Hmm.
Second Coming 04, Private Show 07, Resurrection 2017. What would you
Righteous.
say will be the one that Adina Howard loves?
Resurrection.
Okay.
Resurrection, because it's true to who I am and where I am in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many of us, just in general, we grow in this life. At least, well, you're supposed to grow. There's a saying that says, "Growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional."
Mm-hmm.
And I have decided to grow up,
Yeah.
and that album right there definitely is my growth,
Okay.
and it shows the world, you know, that I'm a seasoned woman and not, you know, 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a seasoned woman twerking, although
Freak
I
like
do twerk.
me.
Although I do twerk, but just
Uh oh.
not for the public like that.
Mm-hmm.
But have my moments. I do watch social media every now and again,
Uh-huh.
and I'll be I'll be somewhere in my house trying to make it work. But
Mm-hmm.
it more often than not, it's an epic fail. But
Well, let's talk about your bark gotta be loud.
you know, I don't. That must have been from Unsung. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember saying that at all. That
Mm-hmm.
your bark has to be loud.
Mm-hmm.
But I do recognize it when if you're talking loud and you're saying something, they might leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I don't even know where they got that. And know this about Unsung: you don't get to see everything.
Okay.
You don't get to see everything. They will give you the opportunity to see it, I think, one time, and that's
Wow.
before they add everything to it.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, well, it's done, and keep it moving.
Well, Case is a friend of mine, and he said,
Nigga.
he said what he had to say. So, do you feel that you said what you had to say on Unsung?
I said what I needed to say at that time.
Okay.
You will always have something to say.
Uh-huh.
As long as you're living and your life is moving forward, there's always something to say. Now,
Mm,
whether it's important or not is a whole nother story.
mm.
But
I
my
like that.
story is not over, and there's still much more to say.
Mm. Well, let's talk from the beginning. Talking about growing
Okay.
up in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Raggedy.
Uh
What you
oh.
want to know?
Do you ever get to Do you ever get to go there too much?
I No, I don't go home often,
Okay.
because I'm working more often than not. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I'm home, the last thing I want to do is jump on a plane to go to my hometown.
Yeah.
When I'm home, I'm home. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I stay here. I live in Las Vegas now, but I stay here and I regroup, because going out into the world and dealing with the public on a consistent basis can be very draining. It's
Okay.
very time consuming. And so when I go back to visit, it's long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit and I be still and I'll go, make my rounds to my family and friends, and then I keep it moving.
Mm. Well, let's talk about the Freak Like Me video. When I first saw that, I was like, wow, could I be that dude in that Benz? And could I really make her stop? I was like, you had the whole world feeling like that. Let's talk about that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The energy that you gave out with that party vibe joint, because I must have listened to like probably like 20 remixes. And I'm like,
Really?
wow, yeah, Tupac, this one, that one. You got a dance hall, you got EDM. It's that song been remixed so many times is crazy.
Yeah, it's I have a lot of people that reach out to me that want to clear the song, or want me to listen to the song, or want me to participate in the song.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no desire to do any. Of it. Because it's like, it's almost like Groundhog's Day. You're on that loop, and it just over and over and over, and you just like, I just want to move forward. And
Yeah.
I get that people love it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm so humbled and grateful that people gravitate to that song, and it made me a household name, and it gave me my first taste of major, professional
Mm-hmm.
stardom success in the industry. But I'm like, God bless America. Can we
Yeah.
move on?
Well, that's why I didn't start there, because I'm like,
Thank you.
I like I know you got to be tired because you do this every day, all day, and I
Hello,
know
somebody.
everybody's like freak like me, freak like me, freak like me.
Yeah. Hmm.
I know you like, all right, enough is enough.
Right. I mean, again, humbled and grateful. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not 21 anymore. I'm 46.
Yeah.
And so much has happened in my life, in that time span. There's so much more bodies of work that I've done,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody's paying attention to that, because that was the seed that was sown into them, and it grew into something fabulous for them. And that's a beautiful thing. I
Mm-hmm.
just, I let it grow, and then I sowed other seed into other things.
Okay. Well, let's talk
Yeah.
about that album cover. I I bought the album. I was like, all right. I was a guy that, you know what I'm saying? I always support the people I like. So I saw that
Right.
album cover. I was like, oh, I gotta get this Adina Howard joint. And I picked it up. And I kind of was like, And the guy was like, you gonna buy? I'm like, hold on, I'm looking. I'm looking. Let me look at this album cover. Let's talk about the album cover.
The album cover was so interesting, because we did this photo shoot, and I just felt like it was going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided, okay, well, let me turn around and do something different. And I turned around and I did the pose, and
Oh yeah.
silence.
Oh yeah.
Silence was on the set. It was just complete silence. They were like, did she just do that? And I'm like, and all I could think of in my head was like, it's a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take the damn picture. Like, I don't understand. I didn't, because I'm so used to living my life
Mm-hmm.
that it surprised me back then, and it would still surprise me now. The whole shock of it, I was like, it's just a picture.
Hmm.
You know, we want to get people's attention
You got him.
because praise God. We want them to get the attention because if it just looks like any, you know, especially because back in the day, you and I both know this, there were rows of CDs,
Yeah.
rows and
Yeah.
rows, hundreds of rows of CDs. And just, you know, and you had to stand out, even if they put the cutout or put you on the corner, it still had to be something that was going to get their attention.
Facts.
Because if it didn't get the attention, regardless of how good the project was, people would, you know, pass by it.
Hmm.
Packaging is everything, and we had to package it right. And it just so happened, you know, I had the idea to, you know, put my booty towards the camera and look back at you like, ow,
Yeah.
and you know, and it
Yeah.
worked. It worked.
You had the whole world feeling like, could I talk to Adina Howard? You
Wow,
had the whole world feeling like that.
that's interesting.
How
See,
does that
I
make you
never would have
feel?
thought. Humbled.
Hmm.
That's very interesting, and you know, because there's so many that want to have that attention and to be desired like that. And so
Uh,
I'm grateful that, you know, I'm one of those individuals that made the cut.
you up there with like LL and
Ah,
them.
yes.
Word, you did it way before Little Kim.
You know what? So the whole point of being the vessel that I am
Hmm.
was to open that door so that other people, you know, other women could go through that door and express themselves, especially urban, you know, solo artists, female
Okay.
solo artists could walk through that door and express themselves and be who they wanted to be,
Hmm.
you know, because before I did it, we were, you know, and not that modesty is a bad thing, but we were very modest. And it was interesting because a lot of the female artists were, a lot of their attire was very tomboyish. There was nothing feminine about it. If you looked at Queen Latifah, she had a tomboyish, you know, vibe to her. MC Light had a tomboyish vibe to her.
Yeah.
TLC at one point had a tomboyish vibe, and there was no femininity to say, you know what, we're women, we're ladies, we're girls,
Hmm.
and we don't have to wear baggy clothes unless you want to. But you know, it was nice to be able to say, "Oh, you know, we could be feminine and sexy. Walk
Yeah.
through that door. Go ahead. It's gonna be accepted now." So I'm glad I was able to do that.
Nah, you did it. I had a nice little system in my car. So I used to pull up, bumping that. I always be in Harlem, the Bronx, Mount Vernon. So boom, I pull up bumping it. But the one that I love bumping was that t-shirt and panties on.
T-shirt and my panties on.
Ah, yeah.
Yes,
That's a
that's the
lovely
song.
sound bite. I love that joint.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
I
Jamie
used to
Foxx
hang
and
with
Billy Moss.
huh?
I said Jamie Foxx and Billy Moss. They
Oh
did it.
yeah. Yeah, he gave you a
Mhm.
hot one.
Yes, I agree.
How did you feel about that record when you heard it?
When I first heard the record, um, in its demo form, I fell in love with it.
Hmm.
Totally fell in love with it because it was everything that it needed to be for me to sing it. It was
Okay.
sensual, it was sexy, it was soft, you know, it stimulated you in ways that music wasn't at the
Uh-huh.
time. And I
Okay.
had to have it.
It was super dope.
Thank you.
I heard that joint. I was like, wow. I bumped it so much. And one of my friends, he's a rapper named Pody. He remixed it. He was like, what he said? T-shirt and his Timbos on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
T-shirt and Timbos, that means no draws. Hey.
Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about collaborations. I know you did
Yes.
a ton of collaborations.
Hmm.
Who would stand out where you be like, wow, that was a good time?
Okay, so my favorite collaboration that I've done up to this point is with Tech Nine, but
Mm.
we weren't in the studio together.
Okay.
Technology allows you to nowadays you can go to one part of the earth, you can be over in Europe somewhere, and then you can be over here in the States and
Mm-hmm.
be able to do a song and get it done. So, but he's my all-time favorite so far because I really think in my head, in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a female Tech Nine.
Okay.
In my head,
Can you rap?
in my head,
Uh-oh. In your
in my
head.
head, in
So
my
when you
head.
jump out the shower, you be like, all right, rap is over.
No, I'll probably keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
It just ain't gonna be out in public like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do an Instagram post or anything
Mm-hmm.
that showing my rapping skills unless I'm really that confident in that. But I'm not that confident in my rap
Mm-hmm.
skills. Nah,
Well, I know that you remember After Dark?
I do.
BT, yeah. Yo, you had that on Smash. Word.
Was that with Nasty Grind?
You already
Oh, with
know.
yes, yes. And it was so interesting is I had thought that at the point that when Nasty Grind came out, that
Mm-hmm.
we were past the whole it has to be on After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I always come in, I'm always busting doors down and stuff. I figured if God darn D'Angelo was able to do his, why couldn't I do mine?
Facts.
His wasn't on After Dark,
Mm-hmm.
but you see how they do women now?
Yeah.
You see how they do that?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, really? I gotta be on After Dark for real?
Yo,
But hey, if that's
that
go ahead,
D'Angelo
baby.
joint was a little weird to me because it was so many women. It was like that was like a grenade went off.
Baby, that was soft porn. What are you talking?
Yeah.
That was soft porn. And he was chocolate and chiseled too. It was like, ah,
How did you feel
what?
about that joint?
Did I just express myself? Ah,
Yeah.
what? Chocolate and chisel?
Yo,
Yes.
I'm in the barber shop and you know the women they bring their sons to get their hair cut. So they
Hmm.
like, oh my God, did you see the video? Did you see the video? I'm like, man, I was a hater at the time.
But for real, what? But this is my thing. Unless you're gay,
Mm-hmm.
what heterosexual male is gonna be like? Oh yeah, that's my shit, man.
That's a fact.
Yo, that nigga's body was chiseled. You know, you
Yeah.
understand? What heterosexual male is gonna go that far, especially when women are talking about it in such a sexual manner. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't see, men such as yourself gravitating to it. I would have probably been a hater too.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man. Like, nah, it was good. It's a good song. It's cool. Chill. Moving on.
You need to be talking
You know,
about me.
that part.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, did you come up out the t-shirt? Where you chiseled?
Yeah, that's light work.
Ah, okay. Well, so
That's
you
light
you should
work.
have you should have told them to put the camera on you, and you could have did your thing,
Oh yeah.
but you
Oh,
didn't.
oh no, I did. I did.
Oh, you did?
It just ain't go as far as D'Angelo did.
Oh, I bet you to go viral now.
Uh-oh. But let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's
yeah,
talk
let's talk
about
about you. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about you going ahead and releasing that video.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I might need a collaboration with Miss Adina Howard.
Well, bring it.
Okay. Well, how
I
they
ain't
say,
scared.
I'm gonna have my people holler at your people, and then we gonna be peoples.
There you go.
Oh
That
yeah.
worked for me.
Dumb out. Well, let's talk about being in shape because you in great shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm
What's the
sucking it
day?
in
What's
right
the
now.
day with Miss Adina Howard? With how do you do it?
I'm mindful of what I eat,
Mm-hmm.
especially right now being in, the self-isolation quarantine situation. It's really just being mindful of what you feed your body.
Mm-hmm.
Bless me, excuse me. I don't do a lot of fried foods.
Okay.
Um, I do my best when I'm not 420'd out,
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh
not eat
yeah.
so much sugar. Sugar and dairy, those are the things that I do my best to avoid. So
Mm-hmm.
fried foods, sugar, dairy, and bread. Those four things, oh, and alcohol.
Yeah.
Those four things I try to do in moderation.
Okay.
Um, and then I think having some vanity
Mm-hmm.
helps. I like to look at myself in the mirror and like what I see. What
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed is a lot of people have a tendency to look at themselves and speak bad about themselves. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fat. Oh, I'm this and I'm that. And so, and for me, it's look in the mirror and like what you see, regardless of where you are. Yes, there may be some, some improvements that need to take place, but I make sure I stay in a space where when I see myself naked, I can
Woo.
send life and light to me
Okay.
versus, dogging myself out.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps because the necessary things to stay in that space
Mm-hmm.
will be implemented.
Well, do you do anything like vitamin infusions and stuff like that, facials and stuff like that?
Um, I have done facials. I have done vitamin infusions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, massages. I think it's important to just take care of yourself. Period. You
Okay.
have one body,
Mm-hmm.
and it would behoove you to do everything that you can to keep it healthy. At some point this week, I'm going to go get some digestive enzymes, some probiotics, some prebiotics. Um, get some more activated charcoal because we have to feed our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
the proper elements in order for it to stay healthy and to keep you where you would like to be or to get you where you would like to go.
Okay.
I have not been exercising as of late. I normally like to get out and about to go
Mm-hmm.
for a walk or a run, but because of all of this stuff that's going on, I haven't done it. So like I said, I'm mindful, and I've been doing pull-ups in the house and
Uh oh.
doing, exercises and whatnot. It's sporadic. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing consistent.
Well, let's
Nothing.
do a challenge. Money and
Oh, you got a
Miss Adina
challenge.
Howard. We're gonna do 100 jumping jacks tomorrow.
Good luck with that.
You ain't in?
No,
Why not?
I don't want to do 100 jumping jacks.
You know how much good that is for you.
Well, it sounds really good for you.
Well,
I am not committing myself to something I know I'm not going to follow through on.
uh huh.
I'm just saying. And you know how 100 jumping jacks is a freaking lot. Is that like breaking that down into like like 4 sets of 25? Like what?
That's perfect. That's easy.
Okay. Yeah. Say that. Tell that to somebody. Well, I got good knees, but tell that to somebody who got jacked up knees and ankles.
Well, when you in New York, we gonna bring you by my wife's Medi Spa, Elite Medi Spa,
Yes.
and we gonna
Nice.
hook Miss Adina Howard up.
So what does she do at her spa?
She does vitamin infusions, facials, massages. She does it all.
Oh, I'm gonna have a whole day up in there.
Yeah, we gonna hook you up.
How's her business going? How with all of everything that's going on?
The
How's it going?
the vitamin infusions are like out of this world.
Nice,
Yeah, I
nice.
had mine.
Okay.
Make me feel real energetic.
So does she do them at home now that it's you have the whole situation in New York going on?
No, she's a registered nurse, so she does it right there. Yeah, right at the
Nice.
spa. So when
Okay,
y'all
you
pull
married
up,
up. That's what's up.
yeah, 20 something years. Yeah,
Congratulations.
I missed it,
That's
Mr. Dina
awesome.
Howard.
Hey, you know what? She was the best one for you because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
You did something to me. Hey, a freak like me.
Okay, I was wilding out. So you've been married since you were 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't ready.
Uh huh.
So wasn't ready. I had somebody who wanted to marry me and have children around that time. I was like, why would I do that?
Hmm.
I'm like, no, I'm still, sowing my wild oats. I don't need to be locked down with anybody right now. What does that
Hmm.
look like? Why would I do that?
That's
What's
a
that
fact.
for? You know?
Well,
And then
let's
I
talk
come,
about your type.
my type, oh my gosh, my type has gotten me in trouble a lot.
Let's talk about it.
You know, my type, um, interesting. Well, I'm gonna put it this way.
Hmm.
As I've matured, my type has evolved into something greater.
Okay.
Um, Again, not in my 20s anymore. I'm in my 40s. And so what I needed in my 20s or wanted in my 20s, definitely don't need in my 40s
Hmm.
at all. Um, I need someone who is intelligent. I think, someone who is well-rounded, educated, successful in business,
Mm-hmm.
articulate, someone who takes care of their hygiene. Because you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
I'm a barber.
You know,
I see it all.
right? So, people coming at you thinking, and the thing is, they're taking care of the exterior and may not be doing well with taking care of the exterior. And if you're not doing well with your exterior, I know you're not doing good with the interior.
Yeah.
I need somebody who knows how to eat right. I would love to be with somebody who knows how to cook, or
Mm-hmm.
would love to learn how to cook, because I think it's the sexiest thing in the world to be able to cook with your significant other. Y'all get in the kitchen together, and you just create this masterpiece that you can feed each other.
Ooh.
Someone who's creative, someone who is meek and humble, someone who's a protector, a provider. I mean, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who compliments me, I think is very important. They say opposites attract, but I think
Yeah.
that those who complement one another have a tendency to stay together
I like
longer,
that.
if not forever, until death do them part.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm looking into right now. I can't say looking for, because I'm not looking for a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When I feel like this, when I'm ready, like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will come.
Mm-hmm.
When I am ready, that man will appear.
That's a
And
fact.
what I do know is that where I am right now, there's some kinks in my armor, that I have to work out in
Mm-hmm.
order to be the person that I may need to be for that individual. And one of the things people have to understand is, like energy attracts like energy. And so if you have a jacked up energy, you're going to attract somebody who's just as jacked up as you are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to make sure you are exactly who you're wanting to attract in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell somebody, what he needs to have a car and you got a bus pass. Or he
Mm-hmm.
needs to have his own place and you staying in the basement with your mama. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so it's one of those things. I have to be the reflection, um, that I want to have in my life.
Mm-hmm. I love that because you got me like, mm.
Yeah, I hear you back there, baby. I need one of them too.
Yeah. Well, let me introduce you to my boy. He does clothing. You know what I'm saying? So if
Nice.
you watch Drink Champs and a lot of those things, you'll see his
No.
line on there.
Okay. Drink champs. What is drink champs?
That's with Nori.
Drink champs, Nori.
What's up, baby?
What's up, love? How you? You good?
I'm blessed and marinated in divine favor, and life is getting better.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't cover the
Blessings.
brand, baby.
I
Blessings.
see you. I see you. That's what's up.
Tell him what the push
Congratulations to
mean.
you.
I'm
Yes,
just on
please.
this and I'm out. Pump it till shit happens. We need
There
this.
you go.
We
There
need
you
this right
go.
now in our fragile days that we have ahead of us. So,
Absolutely.
just keep this always in mind, man. We pump it till shit happens. I'm gone.
There
I
you
love
go.
you.
Because the mental is where you can free yourself or enslave yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's my boy right there. I love that dude.
That's what's up. That's
Word.
what's up.
Yeah, if you watch you remember Capone? You heard him singing.
Hmm.
You watch Capone and Noriega. He got on Drink Champs. You'll see his line on there.
I
Yeah,
don't. What I tell you?
that's a fact.
I mind my business.
But
Literally.
when you get a little time, you be like, all right, let me watch one of
Yep.
Nori's Drink Champs. You know what
Now,
I'm
what is it
saying?
exactly?
That's a podcast that he has. He used to be a rapper.
Oh, I know. No, I know who he is. I know. I don't know who he is, but I know about him and his career,
Yeah.
so to speak. But what
He
is the podcast about?
well he got all the big guys on there. He signed the Puffy. So
Okay. Okay.
he get all the big guys on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, you know what? I know you. Look, I know you 40 and some change because you still puffy.
Yeah.
We
You
know.
know I'm from Mount Vernon. I'm from Mount Puppy like
But this is the
uptown.
thing.
He from Mount
This is the
Vernon.
thing. Don't nobody. But this is the thing. For those of us who grew up with him as Puffy,
Uh-huh.
very seldom do we call him Diddy.
That's a fact. It don't add up. Diddy don't add up. Puffy. You might get a P Diddy. And that's it.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we stick with Puff.
Yeah, Puff.
We stick with Puff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, he's 47.
Yeah. Puff, what up?
Right? What up, baby?
You already. I love that
Okay.
baby. Baby.
Baby.
Well, let's talk
That's
about
me
it.
being in the South enough.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, the first time you heard Big say, I put Adina Howard to sleep.
That wasn't big. That
Who said
wasn't
it?
big.
Who said it?
That wasn't big. It's from Wu Tang.
Who said
What's
it?
his name? What's that man's name? From Ice Cream, the song Ice Cream, but it wasn't big.
Oh, Ghostface.
Come, thank you. I
There we
couldn't
go.
couldn't figure it
Hold
out, but I
on.
knew it
For all
wasn't
my
big.
woo heads. I can't believe I did that.
I know. Shame.
Shame on a nigga who tried to run game on a nigga. How did I do that?
Shame.
Wow. How
I
did I give
know.
that
I was
lyric to
like,
Big? Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here stuck on stupid like you.
Yo, Ghost, man. Don't be mad at me, bro. My bad, son. My bad. It's the
Okay.
Hennessy. Come on, let's have
We
a
gonna yeah,
toast.
we gonna I need a new glass. I need to make some more. But here we go. And I've been drinking. You've been
Ow.
sipping.
Well, whenever you're ready to make a new glass, you tell me and then I'll keep talking
I
till
won't
you
be able to
come
hear
back.
you, but it's okay. That's all right.
It's all
I'm gonna
good.
go ahead.
You
Look,
can
you know what? I haven't eaten today. Literally, it's 4:30 and I have yet to eat.
mm-hmm.
Probably
Why?
another reason why I'm still small. Huh?
Why? We can't do that.
Well, because when I woke up this morning, my focus was on cleaning my house.
Mm-hmm.
I started cleaning my house on Saturday and had all kind of distractions, and so I didn't get it done. And now I'm doing section by section. And I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what? I got to get my bedroom and bathroom done. So
Okay.
I started moving furniture. I'm domesticated, honey. So I
Mm-hmm.
started moving furniture around and mopping my floors and showers and toilets and all of that stuff because I was like, I got to get this done.
Mm-hmm.
I am a if I tell people this all the time. I'm a neat freak
Mm-hmm.
more than I am a freak of any
Mm.
kind.
I love that.
So I'm the type of person you cannot walk in my house with your shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna fight.
White carpets.
No, I have light gray tile floors throughout my home.
Okay.
But I don't think people should be walking in their homes with their shoes on because we don't know what we're stepping in when we go out into the world.
No,
And
you
all of
know.
the germs and all that stuff that's on the ground, you bring that into your house, into your carpet or whatever the case
Mm-hmm.
may be. I'm like,
That's a
no, we're not
fact.
allowed to do that. Take your shoes off. I'll give you some socks or some booties or something, but what you're not gonna do
Mm-hmm.
is come up in here with your shoes on. So, but I have a tendency I do a deep cleaning once a month because I'm constantly cleaning throughout the
Mm-hmm.
week, weeks. And so it's like, okay, now it's time to get a deep house cleaning going on.
You ever
And
had
it's
anybody
taken,
come over and they was embarrassed to take off their shoes?
no, because I don't invite just anyone over to my home. Although,
Uh-huh.
although there have been, I think there was one time where I wish I would have had them would have had them keep their shoes on.
Woo.
But that was many, many moons ago. And I think we were doing a filming or something at my house at the
Okay.
time. Yeah. And I don't like to embarrass people. So I'm just like, okay, let me suck it up. But as soon as this shit's done,
It's done. See,
air out.
I don't see that in you. For me, I'd have been glad if you'd have been like, yo, I told him like, yo, you smell like rotten something. Some old
I don't
piss
like
or
to
something
embarrass
like
I don't
that.
like to embarrass people. I think is, embarrassing people, because I don't like to be embarrassed. So since I don't like to be embarrassed, I do my best to not embarrass people. I may pull somebody aside,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, I'm like, I know you got to smell that. So if you smell that,
Yeah,
you
the
should be able
world
to just
smell it.
take care of, and you should be able to say, let me go ahead and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, may I go to your bathroom? You have a bathroom and go wash your feet or something. I don't know, but I'm not gonna embarrass anybody like that.
You should have hit him with like an old school, like, baby, was you just playing basketball?
I can't.
Full court? Did you just run a full court before you came here? You look like a basketball player.
Oh, I'm gonna use that one now. I'm gonna use that one now. But let me tell you, I do not just allow anybody in my house.
Uh-huh.
You can't just let anybody in your home.
That's a fact.
Especially when you got shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because people will be eyeballing your stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just don't trust people like that anyway. And then your home is your sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be very mindful who you bring into your house, because that energy that comes from them has a tendency to stay in your home.
I love
And
that.
I don't believe in bringing negative energy in my house. And if I do bring some energy that I'm not cool with, then I got to
Mm-hmm.
grab my sage and smudge my house and get it out.
Did you ever meet somebody and be like, all right, you having a little conversation and then you notice the energy and you like, wow, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get away
Oh,
from
yeah,
this.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I, being that I do what I do for a living, I meet people
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and their energy, isn't that great.
Okay.
But then I do realize that there are moments where, the divine will bring you around someone
Mm-hmm.
just so that you can recognize their energy and maybe be a positive force in their life to help them make that transition or that shift to have
Mm-hmm.
a better energy about themselves.
Well, let's bring it back to blasphemy. Speaking about
Hmm.
that, the energy in that was like, it's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? It's like that positivity is like gone right now. So why do you feel like that's gone in in um in the business called you know music?
I think some of it has to do with just where we are in society today.
Mm-hmm.
If it bleeds, it leads. The negativity, people like drama. People are more intrigued by drama. And I think the drama of it all takes their mind off of the drama that they have going on in their lives,
Mm-hmm.
or they have a song that is a soundtrack to their situation,
Okay.
and they use that song or those songs because they can relate to it. Um, and I think we're getting lost in the dark. And it's important that we not get lost in that darkness, because it's not going to lead to anything, prosperous and productive. And,
Mm-hmm.
and and there's a lack of balance right now with it all. I mean, we and I don't even like to talk about Cheeto, but the current sitting president doesn't help the cause right now. It's like everybody's just wanting this reality TV experience, and it's taking place in our government, it's taking place in our entertainment, it's taking place in our homes. And I just think we're in a space right now that where we have to be in order to get to that other side. Um, I think there has to be some type of ebb and flow, or the opposite of, because when something is like they say, you can't appreciate the sunshine without the rain. I
Mm-hmm.
think right now we're in a storm that
Yes.
everybody wants to get out of, but we're not far along enough in it in order to appreciate what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's where we are right now. It's just we're in a space where we have to be in this negative, and it has to get worse before it gets better, because you're not going to recognize the blessings if you haven't been dogged down enough.
That's a fact.
And I think that's the same with the music.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to appreciate the positive music until you've been just inundated with the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you know what? Now I need to hear something else. Give me something else that's going to, make me think, in a more positive light, shift my perspective, because it's all good to focus on, what's not going right, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
because at least you recognize this shit needs to change.
Yes.
But what are you going to do to get to the other side, to make that transition, so that you can say, well, I was there, now I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And the music right now, we have to get sick and tired of the bullshit, and we're not yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel
Did
it's
that answer
more.
the question?
Oh, that more than answered the question. I love that answer.
And you said you think it's more what?
I think it's just more business. Like people are all so caught up in, oh, like like me and you doing the interview. it's like people want to ask you about kids and husbands and silliness. Just keep it to the music. I think people get caught up so hard that they forget that you know everybody has their own personal space. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. But I think one of the reasons why they want to focus on the personal is because, and I appreciate, is because we are human.
Mhm.
I'm not a big ass walking, record player, or, you know, some type of digital platform where I'm just spewing out music all the time. I do
Uh-huh.
have a life, and it extends past the music industry.
Mhm.
My sister's calling me right now. She can't come through. Can't come through.
She
But
trying to get a
yeah, I
mimosa.
look, and she's calling me again. She trying to get through. I'm like, can't do you.
Well,
I'm on the phone.
tell Big Sis I said what up when she watched this.
Oh, no, no, no. I am the oldest of 7 girls.
Wow.
I am the oldest. So I take pride in, have holding that throne.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Wow, Big Sis.
Yeah. My little that the one who's just calling me, that's London. She's on the road with me quite often.
Mhm.
She helps me with handling my business, and she's also a photographer. So London Hall Photography, if y'all want a good, a better than good photographer, check her out.
Oh yeah. Y'all better
Yeah.
check
Oh
that
yeah.
out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about high frequency.
Oh my gosh. Really?
How was it working on that movie?
I don't remember.
You don't want to remember.
You know what? What I do remember is it was it wasn't anything different than I've done. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let me sit up closer so it doesn't black out on you. It wasn't anything different as far as I go. I mean, I did myself. I performed as Adina Howard.
Okay.
So I mean, it wasn't like, oh my God, it was my first acting role. That's what's up. It was just like,
Mhm.
okay, I did me. Woo woo. I was cute.
Mhm. Yes, you was.
And I
Oh
was like, and
yeah.
keep it.
Well, let's
And then
talk
that
about
was it.
hmm?
I said, and then that was it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Adina Howard. What do you have in the works right now for people to look out for?
Oh my gosh. In this time of self isolation, I have been really just thinking about, the next part of my journey. And I really would like to focus on my culinary, my
Okay.
cooking.
Hmm.
I love to feed people. I love to feed people, I think, more so than cooking. And there are some people, like my dad, for example. My dad just loves to cook,
Hmm.
and I think it's amazing because he lives by himself and
Hmm.
he's always cooking. Me, on the other hand, I have to be starving to cook for
Okay.
myself. Um, but I have this desire to feed other people.
Hmm.
I love to feed people. And so because I do love to feed people and I'm better than good at it,
Hmm.
I'm going to focus on doing more of that. I'm
Okay.
not going to walk away from music because I do realize that that platform has a purpose,
Hmm.
and I must complete my mission,
Okay.
so to speak, while I'm here. But the cooking, it one of the reasons why I want to go into the area of food is because I'm not confined to a frame or a box. I
Hmm.
can cook and do whatever I want versus with music, Freak Like Me, T-shirt and panties, nasty grind, or whatever other song that people know me for.
Uh-huh.
Usually when I get on stage, that's what they want to hear. When somebody sits at my table, I can feed them whatever I want to. I'm not there aren't any restrictions.
Okay.
And so right now, the food is more so my focus, but my music is my moneymaker.
So why not give them both?
Who said I was choosing?
Hey, cause
Who said I was choosing? It's just, but one of the things that I do know about, my journey in wanting to incorporate and bring both of them together is everyone loves to say to me, well, you got to do the music first. You got to do the music first. Then the music will lead into the food. And
Yeah.
and everybody wants to tell you what to do and how to live your life, but can't give their own self direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just right now in this time of solitude and just really reorganizing and getting my blueprint together. I'm figuring out the way I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely going to be both because I don't have to choose. I'm an and person, not an or person.
Mm-hmm.
So in due season, both of them are definitely going to come together.
I
But right
can't wait.
now, you and me both.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely promote it.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you very much. Oh
Maybe
yeah.
when you get it, you have me on your show.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need to be hooked up to your wife's IV. You
Yep.
know, getting my get my infusions and
Mm-hmm.
sitting down talking to you and maybe even making some at the same making some food at the same time.
I could cook too
Talking to
now.
you with
I'm pretty good at it. Mama done
well,
taught
come
me well.
through.
Yeah, Mama done
That
taught me well.
oh, thank her
I get
so
busy.
very much. I know your wife appreciates you.
Where my kids
I know
appreciate me more.
they better.
My little daughter, she be like mad good.
Uh,
Yeah. If I don't hear mad good, I know it's just mediocre.
how young is she?
She's 14.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Those early teenagers, they will tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. And
They
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 tell
are
me the truth.
unfiltered.
I made
So
some
unfiltered.
jerk wings the other day. So
Ooh.
my son was like, I don't know about these, Dad. Well, you tired? I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, yo, they normally be banging. We be like, he's like, these are like,
He said
ah,
this ain't it. He said this ain't it.
this ain't it. I was like,
He
yo,
said this
I'm
ain't it.
tired, dog. I just wanted to hook y'all up with something. He's like, well, you didn't have to do that.
Right. He was like, because that was not the hookup.
Yeah, that
Like,
wasn't jerk. That was mediocre.
wow.
But I take the good with the bad.
You have to. It
Yeah.
would behoove you to do so because that's just what life is, good and bad,
Hmm.
or indifferent. But it's gonna come either way. So you might as well accept it.
That's a fact. Well, let's talk about bring it back to the hip hop. Do Mr. Dina Howard have a top five dead or alive MCs of all time?
No.
Singers? Can you be like, yo, wow, Al Green, Michael Jackson? I know you gotta have
I mean, when you
some
start on
singers in the
Al
list.
Green and Michael Jackson and Tina Turner and Gladys Knight, yeah.
Uh
But
huh.
then you know what? But my thing is this: I love music so
Mm-hmm.
much that I don't have like a top five dead or alive.
Okay.
I love music. I mean, Jessie J. I think she's amazing. I love Beyonce. I think she's gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else can I do? Jill Scott, Erica Badu.
Mm.
Um,
I need a rib shot, baby.
Diggy
Doogie
Diggy.
doogie.
So I just there's so many greats
Uh huh.
from way back when up until now that
Okay.
it's very difficult for me. And my playlist is ridiculous. Like I'm
Okay.
all over the place. Maroon Five, Mahalia, Jill Scott, Erica. Um, who else do I listen to? Heck, Kirk Franklin, Hezekiah Walker,
Dope.
Shirley Caesar,
Mm.
CC Winans. Then I can listen to some Dre and Snoop and
Mm-hmm.
Eminem and Tech Nine. So I'm all over the place.
Okay. Well, I used to work for this Christian barbershop. I worked there for a little minute out there in
Christian
Mount Vernon.
barbershop. Interesting.
And dude knew I wasn't saved. You know what I'm saying? So he said, if I ever walk in here and I hear something, I know you played it. You fired. So I got
Wow.
a deeper love for Christian music. So this guy said, I started out on my own, starting to make it. Those lyrics just stuck with me so
Nice.
hard. I was like,
Nice.
wow, I don't even know who sang that.
You can always type those lyrics out
Uh huh.
in the search bar and it will tell you where that song who sang that song.
I need that.
Yeah.
I need
But you
that.
know what the beautiful thing about music is it can meet you wherever you are in your life.
Hmm.
And that's important. Be it, gospel, Christian inspirational music, heavy metal, rock, R&B, country, whatever. It just meets you where you are
Mm-hmm.
along your journey. And I think one of my beliefs is that when your spiritual guides need to communicate with you, they'll communicate with you through music.
Mm-hmm.
If they need to get your attention, they will, definitely make sure you get the right song to listen to
Yeah.
help guide you.
Mm-hmm. Well, my guy is Al Green. I ain't gonna front.
I love Al Green.
That's my dude. I listen to him on the reg.
I love me some Al Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I was actually just listening to Al Green the other day on YouTube. I was cleaning my house. And then
Okay.
I put my TV on and I was like, let me go ahead and listen to some Al Green.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes.
That's my dude. He just
Al.
he just gives me like a certain kind of energy to be like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in the
I'm
gym. I was in the gym one day, so I got one of my boys. He all body. Yo, what's up, son? Yo, what's good, son? So I be in the gym and I'm like, and he was like, yo, what you listening to, son? So I'm like, you want to hear it? And I gave him the headphones. He was like, what the fuck is this? I was
wow.
listening to Al Green. He was like, yo, I thought you were listening to DMX or something, son.
But you know what? Al will get you like that though.
Yeah.
Al will get you like that.
Mm-hmm.
Love and happiness.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you get that groove. Right. Al will put you in a groove.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have you focused and zoned out.
Yeah.
Some of that, some of the and I love me some DMX.
Oh, that's
Love
my
me some
dude.
DMX. Ah, love me
He in
some
my top
DMX.
5 rappers.
But he might have you in the gym ready to sling some weights to somebody. If
Ah,
we mad
it
at the
happens,
right,
dog.
right,
Yo,
right.
word.
All in a janky movie. Like, whoa, wait, you supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
releasing some of this tense stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm with you on that.
I love that. Well, if you can give some young people that are watching, a lot of people watch live at the barbershop. If you can get them
Nice.
some inspiration, like this is what you need to do as far as this business called music. What would you give them?
To learn the business.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Go to and I'm being facetious, but I'm for real, business of music school. That's so important because in order to achieve success and maintain it, it's easy to get there more often than not, but to hold on to it is a whole nother story. And so you would want to be able to hold on to what you've accomplished, what you've achieved. And the way to do that is to make sure you know the business,
Mm-hmm.
know the ins and outs of the business, hire, you know, professionals to guide you along the way. People love to hire aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, and so on and so forth to handle their business, but they have no business acumen. Like they
Mm-hmm.
have no wherewithal, no knowledge whatsoever about the industry. And so you're having the blind lead the blind, and that don't make any sense.
Facts.
So, learn the business. Learn if you're a writer, learn about publishing and splits. Get you and I say this all the time, get you an entertainment attorney. An entertainment attorney is so crucial. So save your money if you stack in your paper, save your money. If you're in the industry, make sure that when you're ready to, go full throttle, you have a team of professionals that
Mm-hmm.
can make sure you're headed in the right direction. And should you run into a roadblock, they'll know how to help maneuver you and get you around the situation.
Okay.
Because everybody stuck on stupid is not going to lead you to success.
Facts.
And it starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't have the knowledge, the wisdom, the information that you need, people can tell you any goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You sell bad dirt to a farmer. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? They could sell you something jacked up and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. And then the next thing you know, you stuck in a situation you can't get out of.
Yeah.
And
That's a
that you
fact.
don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So know the business. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, and then whatever else is out there right now. The internet is a vast library. And now that we don't have to go to the library and look up and deal with the Dewey Decimal System, for those of us who know what the Dewey Decimal System is,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't have to do that anymore. We could just type some things in and may not even know exactly what you're looking for. You can be in the realm of it
Mhm.
and still find out what you're looking for. So do your homework, invest in the knowledge. Because if you don't invest in the knowledge, you're bound to set yourself up for a disaster.
That's a fact. Well, to bring you back to, got one more question for you. Then we're
Hmm.
gonna be on the outro. To bring you
Okay.
back to Freak Like Me,
Yes.
why would you say the vocals wasn't tight? Because when I listen to that record, I'm like, yo, this shit sound good than a motherfucker. So why would Miss Adina Howard say the vocals wasn't tight?
So my question to you is this: Are
Uh
you a
huh.
better barber than you were when you first started?
Hell yeah.
Need I say more?
Mm, I like. Hold on, hold on. You still got more in that cup? You got a little
No,
more in
but
that
I'm a
cup?
cowboy. I'm talking to the L.
Ah. Let's go. I like that. I like that. Word. Yo, live at the barbershop, man. We brought y'all Miss Adina Howard. She talked about a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get your mind right. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Step your
right.
game up. Wash your hands. And
Wash your ass, cracks and crevices.
wash your ass after you done washing your hands. She heard
Wash your
she
hey, look. Wash your hands and wash your ass and everything else first. Then wash your hands.
you dig. Cause a lot of people getting it twisted. They not ready for
Look,
outside. They
they
want to be
gonna
like
run.
outside,
Go ahead,
outside. They not ready.
because they still doing the same thing that they were doing before they got locked down. It's like
Mm-hmm.
stop the insanity. If you want something different, you have to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You don't want the cooties, then do what you need to do to not get the
Hey,
cooties.
y'all want to play freeze tag? Y'all want to be frozen forever?
That
Keep
part.
playing.
Hello.
Could take a nice nap, B. I'm trying to be woke.
Long one.
You dig?
Or at least woke-ish.
Yeah. Miss Adina Howard, we love you, baby. Thank you for pulling up
I
on
love
Live at
you
the
all back.
Barbershop.
Thank you for
Word.
the invite.
We had a great time.
Yes.
And over here we like to say, if you build a tight foundation, your roof won't collapse.
Hello,
Bang.
somebody. You
Oh
better say
yeah.
that.
Well, you gonna give us a
Now,
drop,
now,
baby?
now I'm gonna be saying, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna send you a couple records to see you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
See what you
Okay.
think. So I'm gonna send your people some joints and I'm gonna tag them with Live at the Barbershop. So, you know,
Okay.
if you like something and then we'll work it out from
Look, we
there.
we can go to work.
Yeah.
Your people get with my people, and we're gonna be people.
Yeah, we're gonna be peoples.
Okay. I like
Hmm.
being peoples.
Let's go. Well, you gonna
Done.
give us a drop?
Sure. Live at the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, family? It is your auntie Adina Howard, and you are live at the barbershop.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bang.
Yes, you is.
We love you, girl. Thank you
Love you
for your
back, baby.
time.
Thank you. Thank you for yours. I appreciate it. Your time is just as valuable as mine. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Blessings.
Oh
You're
yeah,
welcome,
hold on. Let's
darling.
have one more shot because you got a little more in that cup left.
Yeah. Water.
Bang. Let me get one. Let me get one. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome, darling. Be blessed. Be safe. Stay
You too.
prosperous and
Thank you.
healthy.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.